You saw the thumbnail. You saw the title. You know what this is about. This is about Peak. Peak graphic novel. I love this graphic novel so much. Little peek for you. Now, Jordan, why are you being so defensive about liking this book? Let me give you a quick rundown of this book and of the fandom of this book. Yunbum, Sang-woo. Sang-woo is the classic trope of, oh, charming boy, but he's actually a serial killer. That's not a classic trope, but that is like a trope that exists in media. That's him. Yunbum, obsessive stalker. Obsessive and in love with him, okay? This is the first book, so Yunbum breaks into Sang-woo's house. We find out Sang-woo's a serial killer. We also find out Sang-woo is in love with his mom. Hashtag Freud. Thank you, Freud. He has just been groped and raped by his uncle for most of his life, so he has a horrible definition of what love is and what expressing love is. So, yeah. Also, emotionally abusive mother, physically abusive father. Important for lore. So, when you hear these things about these characters, you're not going to think, oh, love story. That's not what comes to mind. You think Stockholm Syndrome. You think hostage. You think insecurity. You know, like it's... You think of psychology terms that I don't know, but you probably know, you know? It's evil. It's horrible. It's not love. It's obsession. But if you were to ask peak killing stalking fandom in 2018, 2019, that's not what they would say. Most of them would tell you, it's just a toxic love story. Yeah, no, for sure. No, yeah. I'm sure their trauma growing up and the way they were raised definitely didn't put like a horrible twisted view on what love is for them. Yeah, no, for sure. You're onto something, yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, it's just a toxic love story. That's what I have to say to you. Now, why do I love this book so much? I actually couldn't tell you. I don't know. I just really like the macabre. I love deep, dark, disgusting books. Tenders to Flesh, my favorite novel. My favorite novel so much. What? Pretend that made sense. I love it so much. It's incredibly disgusting and gross, and that's why I love it. Also, why do I love this book so much? Because I think deep down, in another universe, if I were to live out my, like, deepest, darkest, evilest self, I'd be him. I'm a stalker. I'm not a stalker. But if I were to be the concept of any crime, I would be stalking. I'm very obsessive, you know? I obsess over things. I just needed to get it off my chest. I'm tired of pretending I don't love this book. I'm tired of having to be so defensive when I bring up this book. This is one of my favorite books I've ever read in my life. I bought the physical copy, girl. I had the gall, the audacity to buy the physical copy of this book. I love it so much. $35.99 Canadian dollars. Yeah, expensive. Expensive ass book. And I love it so much. And I'm just tired of having to defend myself. I'm tired of having to be like, I like it. I mean, like, it's okay. No. I love this book. This book is near and dear to my heart. I get the urge to reread it at least once a year. And I do. Because it's peak and I love it so much. Also, the whole, what, it was like that nightmare sequence with fucking Yunbum in the dream, the nightmare. I fucking love that so much. That shit is beautiful. I just had to get off my chest. And I'm tired of pretending that this book isn't absolutely amazing. Thank you, Coogie, for existing and making this beautiful, beautiful book that I love so much. That is horrible. And the fandom is such a beautiful example of media illiteracy. You guys are stupid. And I'm tired. I actually can't this is for another day. But the constant mischaracterization in media goes crazy. So many of you are so fucking stupid. You're so stupid. And you forget that characters are still also just people? What? They have personality and feelings and emotions and have been through traumas and lore. Therefore, just because they're your favorite character doesn't mean they're a good person. Neither of these people are good people. So I hope you get that through your skull one day. That's all I have to say.